Begin in downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart. Arms are plugged into the torso. Hands are pushing away from the mat, fingers evenly spread. Heels are invited down towards the mat. Breathe into the hamstrings. Gaze is toward the belly button. On the next inhale, step your left leg to the front of the mat for pigeon pose. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Turn and make sure your right foot and leg is straight behind you. Magnetize the knees to find a lift in the pelvic floor. Draw shoulder blades toward each other, heart reaches out in front. Bring the head slightly back. If you feel okay here, inhale, lift hands, look up. Maintain the lift in the pelvic floor. Maintain the connection to your breath. Breathing into any areas of tightness. Breathing especially into the right hip flexor. Finding length. And when you're ready, release the pose. Bring the hands out in front. Come onto your forearms if that works for you, or extend the arms all the way out in front, resting the head. Breathing into the hips now. With each exhale, feel yourself getting heavier. With each exhale, feel tension leave the body. Inhale, walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Coming over to the other side. Left leg goes back behind you. Turn and make sure the left foot stays straight out behind. Magnetize knees, find a lift in the pelvic floor, roll shoulders back. Bring the chest forward. Breathing fully and deeply, maintaining the connection to your breath on the next inhale. Pick the hands up. If that feels okay for you, and look up. Energize fingers, energize arms. Release the pose, walk the hands out in front. Breathing now into the hips. With each exhale, finding space and length in any areas of tightness. And when you're ready, walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Curl left toes and use your core to lift the front leg up to step back into plank pose. On the next inhale, lift the hips, send the body back, downward facing dog. Picturing yourself as an upside down letter V. Letting go of any tension in the neck. On the next inhale, lift the right leg as high as you can. Bend the knee, open up the hip. The tendency is for the right armpit to draw away from the mat, so try to bring it down toward the mat. Breathing into the front right thigh. On the next inhale, use your core, step forward. Come up strong, high lunge. Right knee over right ankle. As you exhale, lower the left knee. Magnetize feet. Find a lift in the pelvic floor. Inhale, arms come up, chest comes slightly forward. Breathing into the hips. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale, left hand lifts. Exhale. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Lift up, downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. And when you're ready, lift the right leg. Toes are spread, bend the knee. Open up the hip, draw the left armpit down toward the mat. Breathing into the front of the left thigh. Inhale, use your core. Step the left foot to the front of the mat, making sure the left knee is directly above the left ankle or slightly behind. Find your balance. Inhale, come up strong, high lunge. As you exhale, lower the right knee. Magnetize feet, find a lift in the pelvic floor. Bring the hips slightly forward, chest comes forward. Inhale, look up. Arms come up overhead. Hands are pressing together. Inhale, hands come to the mat. Left arm lifts, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, right hand lifts, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Exhale, keep elbows in, lower slowly all the way down to the mat. Legs are zippered together. Hands spider off the mat. Inhale, use your back body muscles, lift. Exhale. Inhale, look over right shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, release. Bring the hands underneath the armpits, curl the toes, lift the kneecaps. Use your core push-up and send the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, toes are spread, use your core. Step the foot to the front of the mat. Right knee is directly over right ankle or slightly behind. Left foot is turned out, pushing into the outer edge of the left foot. Virabhadrasana 1. Pivot on the back foot, bringing the hands into the heart. Inhale, torso comes forward. Twist from the navel. Bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Look up over right shoulder with left eye. Stay light and lifted. On the next inhale, come up to high lunge. On the next inhale, send the hands down, transfer the weight to the right foot. Inhale, back leg lift, standing split. Engage right thigh to protect the hamstring. Spread the left toes. Activate the left leg. On the next inhale, bring the hands more forward. Open up the hip, find your balance. Inhale, lift left arm up. Draw shoulder blades toward each other, broad collarbones. You can stay here, or if you want to take it farther, bend the left leg, reach back, grab a hold of the left foot. When you're ready, gently release. Step the left foot back, step back into plank pose. Inhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Inhale, lift left leg high. Exhale, use your core, step the foot to the front of the mat. Left knee directly over the ankle, slightly behind. Inhale, come up, right foot turns out. Push into the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale, hands into the heart. Pivot on the foot to come into high lunge. Inhale, come forward. The twist initiates at the navel. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Look up over left shoulder with right eye. On the next inhale, release. Hands come down to the mat, transfer your weight to your left foot. Inhale, lift up, standing split. Engage left thigh, breathe into the hamstring. Engage right leg, spread right toes. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Open up the right hip, find your balance. Pick the right hand up. You can breathe here and stay here, or bend the right leg, reach back, grab hold of the foot. Breathe into any areas of tightness. Inhale, release the pose, step back to plank. Hips are in line with the body. Keep the elbows in, lower down for a push-up. Inhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. And on the next inhale, come onto the knees, send the hips back, child's pose.